feel like saying that again. As a dark-skinned Black woman, I am empowered with choice, and I am choosing me. I am choosing all of me. The truest idea of me. Ooh, y'all, I'm about to cry. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yay, I'm excited. Happy Valentine's Day, folks. I wore red for you all today. Let me start my recording for the podcast. All right, there we go. Should be recording now. Hey, folks, come on in. So this is a very special live stream dedicated to affirming dark-skinned Black women, girls, and femmes. So yes, it just so happens that my live stream falls on Valentine's Day, and I know this is a big day for some people, for a lot of people, and so I appreciate you tuning in and joining me and spending the evening with me. It's evening where I am. I don't know if it's what time it is where you are. But before I jump into sharing my affirmations, I just want to remind everyone that I do this every week, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the topics all cover colorism, but a range of subtopics within that category. And for the month of February, I have been focusing on the personal impact that colorism has had on dark-skinned people, particularly dark-skinned women and girls, and also talking about how to build self-esteem, ways to overcome, build self-confidence, learning to love our dark skin. And so kind of combining the Valentine's Day, Black History Month into one, right? So loving our Black selves is my theme for February, just how I'm choosing to celebrate. And so I invite you all to celebrate with me in that particular way. And what else should I say? I will start getting back into the habit of posting my topics ahead of time. I used to do it every Sunday, so I'll do that again. But there are tons of videos I've posted from last year as well as 2020 that you can go back and check from the archives. I do have a website, colorismhealing.com, so I'm not just on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. Yes, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. So I save these every week and I publish them on my blog, colorismhealing.com. I also publish them on YouTube and I do an audio version on podcast. So it should be easy to follow up. And this might be a session that you really want to follow up with because the affirmations might be something you want to refer back to in the future, right? So I'm going to be saying a lot of positive things. And so you might want to go back and write them down or just like listen to it again. And also I invite people in the chat to share your love and affirmations for dark-skinned women, girls. And a lot of my audience members are very active in the chat and usually we ask questions. And so just keep in mind that this is really centering dark-skinned Black women in particular. And so if you do not fall into that category, you're still welcome to participate, but just be sure that your comments are affirming and uplifting of dark-skinned Black women. So with that, let me know who's in the chat. Not all of my affirmations are gonna rhyme, even though I like rhymes. But with that, let me know who's in the chat. Y'all know I like to say hello. I always like to see where people are tuning in from, especially if this is your first time watching, or if you're a regular viewer but you're traveling the world or something like that. Let me know where you at. Let's see who's here. Go Girls Inc. What's up? Yes, already putting the little chocolates and the crowns and the queens in the chat. I love it. I love it. Hello from Alice Springs, Australia. Hey, JFox23. I think, you might be our furthest away live viewer that we've had. I think I've gone as far east as Germany, Italy. I don't think anybody has tuned into the weekly live streams from as far east as Australia, at least not since I've been doing them in 2021. So thank you for joining. And I know it's already, February 15th where you are. So it's early in the morning. Hello. Let's see if I missed anybody. Hey, goddess _ Hello, my Kimmin. And you're going to have to make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Yes. Y'all ready to experience some of this love and energy? Let's see who else is. NYC, welcome. That's where I am. I'm in South Harlem right now. Hey, Town Girl 86. Hi from Sweden. Badgie Aslop. Alsop. Badgie Alsop. Welcome from Sweden. I feel like I've had somebody watching from Sweden before, but I can't remember if it was you. So let me know if this is your first time. Miriam from Toronto. Sorry, it is not my first time here because I love your lives. Okay, I like it, sis. Thank you. Hello from HTX. Is that so? Forgive me, but is that Houston, Texas? That's what I think of when I think of HTX. If that's not Houston, Texas, please forgive me. We have Sarah, namesake. Whenever I had a student, back when I was teaching, I'd have students named Sarah, and I used to always joke to my class, like, oh, we have the same name, but that doesn't mean you're going to get favoritism in the class just because we have the same name. And so, Sarah, even though we have the same name and I love you, I can't play favorites just because of that. But London, UK in the house. Welcome. I also have a good friend on here, Sarah Lotus Garrett, who's the founder of the Mixed Bloom Room. And so she's really cool. If you don't know her, she might be a cool account to follow. And Sarah Bestwill is another person who often watches. So the Sarahs are in the house. Hey, from Boston. What's up, Boston? This is Cool Kid Sam. We got a lot of folks watching and comment. Cleveland, Ohio. This is Mika Thickum Madam. I like that. I think I'm saying that right. That's a fun screen name. New follower here from Cleveland. New follower. Welcome, new follower. It's good that you're a new follower and deciding to join the live. Sure is 9:35 a.m. Whoop, whoop. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, bad gal sop. Gotcha. I was way off. I'm sorry. Thanks for the correction though. Dropped Jim. What's up, Drop Jim? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Okay. JFox23, thank you for the badge. Thank you very much for supporting this work. So I kind of have some initial affirmations that I want to share that are not directly tied to like skin tone and beauty and that sort of thing. And then I have some that are more classically affirmative of darker skin. And let's see where I want to start. I want to start with, I'll just start in the order that I wrote them. I'll start with the first one. So I had these 6 categories in my mind. I had spirituality, I had personality, goals, mind or mindset and mentality, body, and relationships. And even though it's Valentine's Day, we're thinking not just romantic relationships, we're thinking all of our relationships today. So my first quote for my dark-skinned Black women and girls, not quote affirmation, but you can consider it a quote. I raise my standards in all my relationships. What I have and who I am is extremely valuable, and I am getting better at discerning who's deserving of that, of my time, my energy, my attention, of me. I know now that prioritizing and caring for myself and my needs is essential and so I implement and maintain boundaries. I know that caring for others requires caring for myself. I exercise saying, maybe, later, not now, no, or never. I know that just because someone requests or even demands anything of me doesn't make me obligated to respond, much less to give. This includes lighter-skinned, non-Black, or white people who seem entitled to my labor. I am getting so good and so solid with me and within me that it gets easier and easier for me to rise above the fray, and it gets harder and harder for petty vampires to siphon off my time, energy, and attention. I honor all the work I've done on me by not letting low vibes cause me to regress. As a dark-skinned Black woman, I am unapologetically prioritizing me, myself, and I. So that's my first one. I have incense burning, rose-scented incense, by the way, in celebration of this day of loving y'all. But if you see me like shooting some of the smoke away, that's what that is. All right, let's see what you all are saying in the comments. My Kim says, I love your vibes. It gives me joy. For all my dark-skinned sisters, femmes, and those who identify as woman. Yes, my Kim, and with the hearts and the roses in the chat. Thank you. Go Girls Inc. Thank you for buying a badge. Mwah. Much love to you. Mika Thickum, madam. I have a bothering question. So that's a good question. Kind of what I was saying at the beginning of my live though, is that we ain't worried about dark-skinned men today. So I'm gonna put a pin in your question, and I'm gonna come back to that question a little bit later. But for now, I just wanna keep this particular live session focused on just lavishing dark-skinned women, girls, femmes, in love, and letting them bask in that. So I won't really be doing any analysis or, really unpacking certain aspects of colorism. But every other live, I usually do that. So I apologize if you came here hoping to kind of dig in to the nitty-gritty of colorism. But for today, we're just going to keep it a little more lighthearted and really just focus on saying wonderful things to our dark-skinned sisters. All right. Yes, thank you for the extra roses. Okay, so the next one I have for my dark-skinned Black women, girls, femmes, is goals and ambitions and an affirmation for that. And if you rewatch some of my previous lives, I talked about the effect that colorism has had. It's not just about, being able to see ourselves as beautiful, but I'm also giving these affirmations because sometimes colorism might have discouraged you from really living the life of your dreams and the life you want. And so this affirmation, and I write them in first person so that you can repeat them or say them along with me, even though you don't know what I'm about to say. I have power, control, and authority within myself and within my individual domain of my life. I am an excellent leader of my life and myself, and that leads to my success. I do have the power to overcome and be triumphant over my obstacles. I also have the strategy, the clarity, and the strength of mind, the strength of choice to successfully pursue my ambitions in any arena. I invite the highest forms of success that are in the truest alignment with my highest values, with my highest truth, and in my integrity. Welcome, folks. So if you're just joining, I'm reading affirmations to dark-skinned Black women and girls. And we're just here on this Valentine's Day showing love to our sisters. And I am reading some prepared affirmations, but if you want to leave an affirmation, something loving in the chat, I'll pause to read that as well. Mindset and mentality. So this is my third affirmation. This one says, I am gaining courage and gaining confidence in exploring new ideas and new possibilities for myself. So beyond the stereotypes, beyond the labels other people place on me, I'm exploring who I am actually meant to be. I do not have to be stuck in the ruts of my old thinking about who I am. I am breaking free, continuing to learn about myself and all that inspires me. I'm exercising patience with myself in this new adventure of exploring the possibilities. I don't rush my process. I lean into it and appreciate the new insights I discover. With practice, I'm getting mentally stronger in learning how to direct, calm, and train my brain to work for me, not against me. When I'm ready, I can bravely and confidently share my thoughts, my vision with others, and continue to learn and explore and grow into that process as well. Hello, welcome new folks who are just joining. Thank you for being a part of this celebration of our dark-skinned sisters. Thank you, Modern Muse 36, for buying a badge today. I've been reading some prepared affirmations for specifically dark-skinned Black women, girls, femmes, and a lot of it has to do with our beautiful skin tone, but a lot of it has to do with all areas of our lives, because colorism affects all areas of our lives. And so I would like to encourage us to show up fully and authentically. And I will be reading any of your positive comments as well. So the next one, I really like this one. The next one is about our personalities and how we show up in terms of our personalities, how they develop specifically as a dark-skinned people. And this one says, I don't need to hide behind an illusion or a facade. I'm ready to choose personal expressions, styles, words, behaviors, strides, and struts that feel most true to what I choose to be in the moment. I am able to see past the delusions of oppressive standards and oppressive norms. As I am seeing the truth more clearly, I am empowered with choice, and I am choosing me. I feel like saying that again. As a dark-skinned Black woman, I am empowered with choice, and I am choosing me. I am choosing all of me. The truest idea of me. Ooh, y'all, I'm about to cry. I have in this moment always. I never have to impress unless I find joy in that. I never have to perform if I don't find pleasure in that. Yes, I can choose to shapeshift, but only on my own terms. I am seeing the many possibilities of how and who I can be. And I get to choose the one that feels most truest to me. Ooh. I got a little emotional on that one, y'all. I was like, ooh, my face is getting hot. When my face gets hot, it's because tears are starting to well up. All right. Oh my goodness. Thank you, The Color in Me, for buying a badge. I'm so glad you're here, sis. The Color in Me is also another excellent page that focuses on colorism. You know, I was just thinking the other day, I was like, I'm so glad that there are multiple people out here talking publicly about colorism, because each of us has a unique thing to offer to the conversation. So, you know, somebody said they like my style of doing the live streams, but, you know, The Color in Me has their own style of talking about colorism and sharing love and support for darker skinned people. And there are lots of other pages as well that show up to do this work in their own unique way. So I appreciate that. Yeah, and so I'm gonna share love with that, with a specific dark-skinned person today. The Color in Me, you are awesome. All right, so if you're just joining, we are showering and basking dark-skinned women, girls, femmes with love, affirmation, support, just good vibes, lovely words, any good vibration you want to send to them. Let's collect that energy in this space. And so we'll continue. I'm reading my prepared affirmations, but if you want to say something in the chat, please do. Let me make sure I didn't miss any positive vibes that came through from people. Yeah, the affirmation gave me goosebumps. Thank you for that and for buying a badge. And also, let me just say that even if these affirmations don't apply like right now, even if you're like, oh, that was cool, but I'm not really feeling it, a lot of times something later will happen and you're like, ooh, let me go back to that affirmation, right? Someone is saying, with permission, may I make a suggestion? Yes, please make a suggestion, Sarah Castro, 1332. All right. Especially if it's like a technical suggestion or something like that. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking. Go Girls Inc. says, this is awesome and so needed. I work with middle school and high school girls and I see the defeat in their eyes. Go Girls Inc. I know. I think that's why I was starting to tear up. Well, I was starting to tear up because these affirmations apply to me too, but also because I see the defeat in the eyes of young, dark-skinned girls all the time. And I wish I could reach all of them, but props to you and everyone like you who works with young people and is a role model for what self-love can look like and helps to inspire them to recover those dreams that they might have lost. We definitely need that work in the world. Yay. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Yay. Oh, could we add the word now in the affirmation? It stops the subconscious mind from undermining the affirmative statement. It brings it into the present and helps it to stick. Okay, yes, I like that affirmation, so let's try it out. And I'll apply it to the next affirmation, which is focus more on the body itself, right? Because we know being dark-skinned people, a lot of it is about the body. So I struggled with this one a little bit, and so I want to also acknowledge all bodies, all body types, all forms, versions, functions of bodies in the world that have dark skin, okay? I relax now. I relax my body right now. Right now, I am feeling relaxed in my body, in my skin. Right now, my skin is not a burden. No matter what narratives others have about it, my skin is not the burden. I now feel the absolute luxury of my melanated skin. I now prepare to pamper and care for her like the finest of fabrics. I now celebrate all of the dark-skinned women who gave birth to dark-skinned descendants. My dark skin is now a source of comfort for me. No matter what narratives others may have, my hair is not something to be ashamed of. I now delight in the luxurious texture of my hair, whatever it may be. I celebrate my hair's ability to grow from the scalp with deep roots, deeper than I even know. I care for and pamper my hair like the finest of fabrics. It's a textile woven with the DNA of my beautiful ancestry. I am now learning to love my complexion in every season, at every time of day, in any kind of light. bright, dark, or dim. I am learning the hues that saturate my melanin. I am now beginning to gain intimacy with every crease, every freckle, every scar, every vein, every mole, shadow, every pore of my skin. I admire my skin now as it stretches, sags, shimmers, dimples, wrinkles in all the right places. I can show up. I am here. I can be seen and not shrink right now. I'm gonna say that again for any dark-skinned people watching, that right now you can show up and you are seen and you do not have to shrink. My beauty, my worth, my value always shines, even if others shield their eyes. I always shine. I now deserve love. I am love. I can experience love right now. I choose it as a vibration, regardless of my relationship status. I am love, and you are loved. I love you. Oh, I gotta pause. All right, it was kind of hard to read that one again without getting emotional. It's a little vulnerable to read that too. I'm just saying. Okay, thank you for the hearts. You are a queen. I bow to you. I bow to the divine in you, in all of you. The queen of affirmations for dark-skinned women. I live by affirmations. I'll say this too in closing. I want it to be longer, but I've already gotten through everything I've read. So if you want to just hang out a little bit more, I can continue to just say how awesome you are and beautiful and how lovely and grateful I am to all of you. But when I think about affirmations, I always tell my clients and things like that I am an ambassador for affirmations because they have worked for me. And I remember in my early days of like starting to try out therapy and counseling and things like that, I started collecting affirmations in a blue composition notebook, and I filled it up. I had thousands of affirmations written. And over time, my affirmations got longer, as you can see. So I started off with affirmations like, I am beautiful, period, right? Like just these three word statements, like I am free, or I believe in myself. And then the deeper I got into my practice, the more specific they became. And so they've been an integral part of my healing process. And so I want to offer them as a gift to anyone else who's in their process as well. Wherever you are in your process, I think affirmations can be a good tool to keep in your toolbox. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the suggestion. I like that suggestion, and I'm going to continue applying it. I do think that there are times when people can resist the affirmation, that program that runs in our minds can kind of trick us out of leaning into the affirmation. So it's good to have strategies and tactics that overwrite that programming. It's a good suggestion. I'm starting a Dr. Webb fan club. You are too kind. I feel like I am a fan club of one for everybody who follows me or is in this audience. I feel like I am a fan of each and every one of you. And to dark-skinned Black women, girls, femmes, women-identified people, when I think about how everything that we have overcome, that we have to face every day, I can only love us, right? That's the only thing I can do, as my two little pigtails stick out. I can only love us, and it's deep. And if you know someone, if you know a dark-skinned girl or woman who is needing some of this love, please share this with them. And so let me know if you want to do this again. And if we do this again, I'll know to prepare more affirmations. So this is what it looks like in my notebook, right? So I didn't really know how much time it would take to read them, and I wanted to leave in some time to read other people's affirmations as well. But I think, 30 minutes is a good goal, because I try to keep these to 30 minutes or less. But it could be something that I do on a regular basis, just every few months, just take out a live session to just read affirmations live online, and maybe even have themes. So like affirmations specifically for hair, or affirmations specifically for goals and ambitions and daring to dream, because like I said, a lot of people's experiences with colorism have dashed their hopes, and like the commenter said, has left them feeling defeated about their life overall. So I hope that this was a little bit encouraging, and I'll be back next week with my usual lives where, I'm kind of like teaching on a particular aspect of colorism and sort of breaking things down. I'll be able to answer more questions. So the question that was left in the chat is the difference in gender, right? And the different experiences that dark-skinned men have versus dark-skinned women. And it seems like, dark-skinned men have an easier time of finding affirmation in the world. And that's true. And that's precisely why I decided to focus, and I continue to like to focus on my dark-skinned sisters. But more on that next week. And in the meantime, I hope you all enjoy your Valentine's Day. I bought myself some Heart Reese's earlier today, and I ate them all. So I had a great Valentine's Day. And I've been burning my incense, drinking my water, writing my affirmations, checking emails, doing work, right? But now I'm just rambling because I enjoy being here. I enjoy this space so much. It's always the highlight of my week. All right, folks. The color in me says that's a great idea. I think so. You're a valued source of beauty and knowledge. Thank you for Perfumist ASF. Thank you so much. Mika Thickum Madam says, I would love to have those conversations about the root of colorism and why it's such an issue. I see and hear it every time I turn around, and it's so disturbing the way people think. Yes, Mika Thickum Madam. Indeed, if you're really eager to jump into some of those conversations, you can start working your way backwards in my lives, in my IGTV. It's not IGTV anymore. I think it's just IG video. But I've been going really deep into the subject for a few years now. So there's plenty for you to chew on in the meantime. But yeah, definitely rejoin next week, and I can answer your live questions as well. All right. Okay, folks, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to go and I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the night because it's almost 8 o'clock. I might just, watch an episode of Insecure because Issa Rae is the GOAT in terms of dark skin representation for women. All right. And I hope she sees this. All right. Love y'all. Mwah. Bye. Yay.